When 3 out of 5 sharks are willing to take a bet purely on the founder's potential, you know he's doing something right. Meet Krishnan, founder of Loka, who sealed a deal worth 40 lakhs. But the real story is slightly different.
Some of the startups don't get funded, even despite getting commitment on the television. So what happened in my case, so all 3 of them have now become clients, but not investors. Mock is around 5,000 guys go to the mock out of 60 odd thousand. And then they call roughly 130 to 140 startups on the TV show, out of which 67 got funded. You sort of say the pitch to the Shark Tank preparation team like 30, 40 times. Pitch is the only part that's scripted. Everything after the pitch is spontaneous. On the day of the tank, so around 8 startups go on the day of the pitch. 8th was me. So the tank opened, I gave my pitch, I screwed it up pretty royally. When the pitch ended, I don't know if it was Namita or if it was Anupam, one of them said that आपसे पहले 7 लोग आए थे और उनको वो फंडिंग नहीं मिली, आपको क्या लगता है आप तो प्री लॉन्च प्री रेवेन्यू स्टार्टअप हो, आपको मिल जाएगी. एंड आई वाज रीडिंग अबाउट कृष्णा भगवद गीता अ फ्यू डेज बैक एंड वन थिंग दैट स्टक ऑन टू माई माइंड एंड आई सेड दैट एक ज़माने में एक जेल हुआ करता था, उसमें भी 7 बच्चे पैदा हुए थे, 7 को मार दिया गया था और 8वां कृष्ण आया था और यहाँ पे भी 8वां कृष्ण आया है. सो अगर जहाँ पे कृष्ण आता है वो खाली हाथ कभी नहीं जाता है. So that's how I started it. It gave me a lot of confidence. Some of the startups don't get funded, even despite getting commitment on the television. First reason is the startup is lied. In second cases where the investor now, after going back to the drawing board, has figured that this is not a category that's worth investing in. So let me withdraw. And the third, when the startup gets a better funding from outside and the sharks have delayed, then the startup says, now I'm going to get a better deal from outside, I'm going to take it. Either you come at that valuation or you don't come at all. So what happened in my case is that valuation that was given to us on Shark Tank was 1.67 crore rupees. And the valuation that we were offered just after Shark Tank was around 12 crore rupees. So we asked all 3 of them to either come at the newer valuation or we would have to say sorry and tata bye bye. Aman was the most gracious one here. He said that either I can give you the money at the valuation I promised on TV or I will give you business as a client. So he said, चल ठीक है, मैं तेरा client बन जाता हूँ. I'll give you business. So we did a boat concert. So he's become a client. So has Lenskart and Shadi.com. Hopefully we're in the final rounds of talks. Hopefully they'll be a client. So all 3 of them have now become clients, but not investors. Even though we've had comfortable living, somehow my parents have sort of sacrificed a lot so that I could be something. I was born to parents who were bankers.
Before starting Loka, Krishnan in 2015 was working on his first startup, Foodie Baba, which unfortunately did not work out.
So in 2019 is when I got married. 2019 is when my startup got acquired and hence shut down. So I had no job, I had no income source. I was married, I had some money, and that was a tough situation to be in. So I said, I'm going to learn Unity and build very shitty version of a game in 2020 end and put in all the money from my previous startup into this and build a version that was good enough to get into Shark Tank. A product wouldn't have been made before Shark Tank, it would have shut down. If I didn't raise money on Shark Tank, it would have shut down. If we don't raise money again, we would shut down. So one of the things that I need to sort of mention here is my first conversation with my in-laws. I told my mother-in-law as well कि I don't know मम्मी मैं कमाऊंगा या नहीं कमाऊंगा, उस हिसाब से कमा लिया तो बहुत बढ़िया है, नहीं कमाया तो कैसे होगा. So one thing she said is, but you can take the risk, right? Our daughter will earn for you. And I'm like, did she actually say that? That I've been blessed to have that kind of in-laws as well. So we are expecting a baby this year. So one of the things that we are heavily always invested into is to have a baby. Firstly, my wife is like a Mozart with Excel. And she tracks every bit of what she spends and what we spend as a couple, right? And the way we operate is right now she's carrying the anchor and I know in my heart I will carry the anchor one day. She puts money into the pool every month while I put money in batches. Let's say put in 5 lakhs in a month, right? And there are moments where I've put 0 in 2 months. There was a moment where I put in 7 lakhs and didn't put anything for like the next 4 or 5 months. as I said, my salary that I earn is something that more often than not I tend to reinvest into the company only. So these I generally only earn profits, right? In my first startup, I used to then take like 20,000 bucks, 15,000, whatever was the bare minimum to survive in Delhi. I wasn't married then as well. You realize that when you're hard pressed to even book a Ola from point A to point B, you are not going to be creative और बड़े सपने भूखे पेट पे नहीं देखते ना. तो वही वाली बात है. And this time I said I'm going to take money. I'm not going to have a lavish lifestyle. I'm going to have a comfortable lifestyle. I'm already 33, and I'm going to make something despite taking money. I'm going to give my company 10x of my salary every month, either through users or through contracts or whatever. And that's something I've been practicing. So I'm a very different kind of person when it comes to investment. I think my lifestyle is roughly 20%. I spend another 30% on, like I put it on gold bonds, I'll put it in mutual funds, SIPs and stuff like that. I was born to take my risks. If my family is a startup and I am their product, I better succeed. And one of the reasons I am so hell-bent on succeeding is not money, is because of the trust, is because of the belief, is because of so much love and unconditional care that they've given me all their life, including my wife, including my in-laws.